Before you met them, you could go hours without checking your phone. Now it's every 10 minutes. And one message calms your whole body. One silence ruins your whole day. That is often the first sign you've started giving your power away. Then you enter the emotional seesaw. When they are quiet, you get anxious. When they reply, you feel chosen. When they are distant, you question everything. But when they come back warm, you feel hope. When they pull away, you start wondering, what did you do wrong? Does that sound familiar?
And slowly, without realizing it, your peace starts living in their hands. That is what we want to talk about today. Because this week, we have been looking at mixed signals, breadcrumbs, chemistry, and why we keep going back to people who keep hurting us. But underneath all of that is something deeper. Where have I given my power away?
And Quentin, interestingly, it's more than just power. It is giving our energy, our life force away. Think of it like this. How much energy have you put into worrying about this connection, trying to analyze the relationship, seeking clarity from anyone that you feel might help you get some certainty?
It is something I see every day in my practice. Looking for clarity, but also some people actually looking for justification or confirmation that they are right in how they feel about this connection.
That is giving your energy away, which is giving your power away. So our focus is our power. It is how we spend our life force. So today we are shifting the focus from, is this connection meant to be, to, is this connection helping me to stay connected to myself? Or is it pulling my power, focus, and energy outside of myself?
That is the difference between external power and authentic. To explain that, let me ask you a question. Think of a time when you felt a connection with someone and really wanted to grow that connection, but it just didn't seem to happen. How often did you feel anxious when you didn't connect with them, but as soon as they reached out, you felt peaceful? How much did you compromise to please them? Now be honest. Did the thought cross your mind that if they choose you over everyone else, you are desirable and lovable?
And special.
And how many times did you believe that only this person can make your life? So basically, external power is when you become dependent on them, what they do and their response to you and for your happiness. And it happens so quickly. And before you know it, you are emotionally entangled because now your inner world is being controlled by something outside of yourself. Their mood, their silence, their attention, their return, their approval. That is why it becomes so exhausting. You're not only dealing with the relationship, you are trying to regulate your entire emotional world through another person.
I think most of us have done this. Okay. It's very human. We don't want you to make the same mistakes and in the process lose years repeating these mistakes. And this is where breadcrumbs become so powerful and so painful, because breadcrumbs do not give you love, they give you hope. And hope can keep you stuck and cost you time. So if you are currently experiencing these patterns, mixed signals, breadcrumbs, strong chemistry and promises, but no commitment, no steadiness or consistency, then you might be emotionally entangled and running the risk of getting stuck in a repetitive cycle. And if you haven't watched the video on Dating is Wild, where we unpack these patterns, click the link and watch that after this video.
My clients ask me, how do I know what is emotionally entangled? I say, look at your own behavior, not the other person's. There are three clear signs. Let me ask you these questions. Do you tend to overanalyze interactions? Do you take things personal? Do you make assumptions rather than ask for clarity?
So, what does that look like? Is it that you dissect messages with your friends or being hyper focused on body language with every interaction? Or is it maybe creating stories about what they meant in a certain situation? Is that what it looks like?
Yes, it's exactly that. And for every individual, it's quite different. In sessions, we unpack it to actually see and see clearly what is underlying that. That is how emotional entanglement works. It slowly disconnects you from yourself while convincing you that the other person is the only way back to peace, your peace. And that is why authentic power is so important. Authentic power does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you stop loving. It does not mean you pretend the connection meant nothing. It means your peace no longer depends on their choices.
And that is very attractive in a person.
Yes, because it means they are strongly rooted in their own self-worth. But their self-worth is not being negotiated through someone else's attention.
Well, that is an ideal goal to strive towards, being rooted in your own self worth. And that is freedom. Then your life choices sit with you, not with another person.
And automatically you take accountability for your choices and for who you are.
And that also makes you more powerful.
Most definitely.
So start moving towards that today by shifting your perspective. Stop wondering, how do I make them choose me? How do I get them to understand me or understand the depth of this connection? Or how do I keep this connection alive? Turn the focus inward and get clear on these three things. One, what am I waiting for before I allow myself to be okay? Am I waiting for a reply? Am I waiting for a sign? Am I waiting for an apology, a conversation, a promise? Then, secondly, ask yourself, what have I made this person responsible for? My peace, my worth, my clarity, my healing, my ability to feel chosen? And then, third one, what is one way I can bring that power back to myself today? Maybe I don't send that long explanatory message. Maybe I don't check their profile. Maybe I tell myself the truth. I miss them terribly, but I don't want to keep losing myself in this process. You know what? A great teacher once taught me that rejection is actually divine redirection. It is not proof that you are not chosen or lovable or deserving. In essence, rejection is pushing all that energy that you spend externally on others back towards yourself for you to love yourself more.
If this resonated with you, leave a comment. I choose me. If you're ready to bring your power back home, it may be a small step, but it can be the first step, signaling to life that you are ready to connect with your authentic power. I'm Quentin.
And I'm Ilza.
This is IQ Relationships.
And we help you understand the connection and break the cycle without losing yourself. If you are tired of dating the same person in a different body over and over, if you are ready to break these cycles, if you want to stop hurting and love yourself more, like and subscribe and look out for our series on red flags, mixed signals, and start loving yourself today. See you in the next one.